Hello and welcome to the Open Nordic Under 16 tournament where India taking on the Faroe Islands in their last encounter and looking to finish their exposure trip with a flourish. While Faroe Islands are still in with the chance to finish into the top three. My name is Sohan Poddar and it is my pleasure to describe action from the Strømmen Stadium in Norway as both the teams making their way onto the pitch. Team India will be wearing orange this evening here. Faroe Islands will be in red and blue stripes. Well, Faroe Islands are in the mix of the best ever run of games, but they had to show their mettle last time out. They played some quality football over the last couple of weeks. An addition of Soldier gave them a new ray of hope, but it's Edna settled in brilliantly. Her goals have come at vital times, and Ver Johannesson, she has been an unsung hero this season for Faroe Islands in defence, along with Helga and Jonald, as both the teams get ready for the national anthem. And well, let's get into the team news for this evening, beginning with India, who is the designated home side for this particular game against Faroe Islands. Look at their lineups. It looks like a change in formation from Thomas Deneby, but you never know what he has up his sleeves as Purnima Kumari and Asta Morao are the wing backs in a four-man defense, Shubhangi and Shaila protecting them, and the pace of Anita Kumari and Nitu Linda down the wings with a pairing of Linda Com and Neha up front. It is a classic 4-4-2 from India going into this game, and Hempriya starts between the sticks as the first choice goalkeeper. Melody Chanu is rested for this particular encounter. And moving on to the next team, it's Faroe Islands, opponents for the Indian team for this evening, and two changes from Paulson, who has been very vocal about her plans as Mira Lawson and Leah drops to the bench and Natalia and Lisa get starts. That means Edna may push ahead and Godfred and Natalia, main players in the middle of the park. But when they look for goals, they look up front at Bra, the number 9, who scored some incredible goals in this tournament already. Well, the defeat in the last game was tough to take for India, but if they win their final game of the tournament, they could finish second last in the table. But this might be a long evening for them, a chance for the youngsters like Purnima Kumari, Neha, and Shubhangi to lay down the marker with the Under 17 FIFA World Cup in mind. But it is very much playing for pride for India, irrespective of the result today. And Iceland, on the flip side, will be keeping an eye on this with great interest and playing for a slip-up from Pauli Paulsen's otherwise flawless system. And India have never been into situations like this before, a new learning for them to handle and perform under pressure. We are just minutes away from kickoff here at the Strommen Stadium in Norway. And just a reminder to our viewers, this is India's last and final game of this Open Nordic tournament. They started off their campaign with 2 losses, beginning with a 5-1 defeat into the hands of Netherlands, followed by a 3-0 into the hands of Iceland in the last encounter. India will be hoping for some pride by winning this particular game and will look to end the tournament in a high. The Indian under-17 side yet to open their points tally in the trip so far, and 2020 hasn't been very kind to them of late. Their determined efforts fell short, and they don't like falling short, loud and proud, and still a trip to learn from. And so they can bounce back, and some landmarks have been achieved, and there are some memorable moments as well. And so, well, if you were told the Faroe Islands at the start of the season that they would have to beat India to finish into the top 3 in the Open Nordic Under-16 tournament, they may have questioned you, not out of disrespect of their opponents, but for their expectations to be higher. The season has been such now as their studs are firmly in the pitch in the present when they look to bounce back this campaign as a season of realization. The game just kicked off here in Norway. And India once again conceding possession early on. A lovely exchange down there by the team in white and the gap opening up from the left hand side. Just gone past Shubhangi's long legs, looking to cut inside. First real foray inside the Indian territory from the Faroe Islands. And only defending to do here for the Indian team. And that was the right full back, Purnima Kumari, the player from Jharkhand. 3 players, in fact, in the starting 11 are from Jharkhand. Asta Morao, the other one, the left full back, the number 5, who was with their captain's armband in the opening game against Netherlands. She made her senior debut as well against Brazil for the Indian women's senior side. Was also part of Thomas Deneby's team in the Under-18 SAF Championship 3 months ago. Thomas Deneby opting to play Linda Com in this particular game, the number 9, as she was the top goal scorer in the SAF Under-18 Championship with 5 goals back in Jamshedpur 3 months ago. She's going to partner Neha, the number 7, who scored that goal for India against Netherlands in the opening game of this competition. Thomas Deneby will be looking for some kind of refreshment from those 2 up top. The midfield 4 of Nitu Linda, Anita Kumari, Shaila and Shubhangi Singh is going to have a huge task this evening. It pretty much looks like a 4-2-2, this Indian side, while moving forward with the ball. Shaila and Shubhangi Singh, the number 6 and number 16, going to sit deep. The 2 protective screens in front of the 4-man defense. That will allow the likes of Nitu Linda a lot of freedom to play further forward and help the likes of Neha and Linda come up top in terms of progressing the ball for this Indian team. and help with goals and assists. When you have such a trusted midfield partner of Saja and Shubhangi Singh, you can always go forward and take risks. You know those two are protecting, providing that defensive cushion behind you. The midfield trio, very energetic. Neha and Anita Kumari will look to provide the width. Let's see how much of Purnima Kumari and Asta Morao joins the overlap this evening against Faroe Islands, as India have nothing to lose here. They can play this game with an open frame of mind. Thomas Denby finally will be hoping that this might be the game where he finally can ask his team to play the brand of football which he wants to. A pretty conservative approach against Netherlands, and that was quite obvious. They are the number one side when it comes to women's football in world ranking. A much improved performance in the second game against Iceland, where India have gone down 3-0. And this team is just getting better and better with every game, capitalizing on a missed touch from Gottfried. And now India looking to make something happen. This is where she likes to operate from. It was a number 7, Neha, just lost control of the ball. And even Helga Mikkelsen fails to keep it in play. Throw in for India. Talking about Faroe Islands, John Huld, Vad Jonasson, Jacobson, and Helga making up the back four. Solja and Lisa, the number 7, the number 11. Worth keeping an eye on those two, especially from India's perspective. Edna, she will have a huge role to play in her country's fortunes in this competition. A wonderful nutmeg there, just managing to run ahead of her marker. A very weak ball played inside the box and easily dealt with by the Faroe Islands defense. Promising signs here from the Blue Tigress, who are in orange this evening. Still in search of their first victory. The 2022 season, even though started with a bang for the Blue Tigress, lifting that SAF under 18 title. It was India's maiden title at this category. Much needed preparations before the under 17 FIFA Women's World Cup, which is to be played in India later this year in the month of October. India placed in Group A with Brazil, USA, and Morocco. It's going to be a tough challenge. Meanwhile, the ball was put inside the box. Sees it away. And that is the kind of calmness which is required. For a moment, you thought the Faroe Islands defense is under pressure, but you can see the defender. She didn't panic at all. That is the experience. It comes playing at this level. Much needed game time for these young girls. Getting accustomed to different patterns of weather conditions and different styles of play. Rubbing shoulders alongside top players in the world. It goes on the outside, creating room for the cross. It's deflected out for a corner. A much better side start for the team in orange. It took a long time for India to win a corner in the last game against Iceland, but they have managed to win it within the opening 7.5 odd minutes against the Faroe Islands. Corner comes in, delivered towards the near post. There's the header. A couple of glancing touches, and it goes wide for a goal kick. India piling on the pressure. A perfect start from Thomas Denaby's girls. Thomas Denaby, of course, very much experienced when it comes to women's football. Was part of the Nigerian setup previously. Also in charge of the Sweden senior women's team. All those education and all those learnings, just applying them in Indian football. It all sometimes takes time for the head coaches to give in their ideas. Players also need time to get accustomed to the coach's system. Long preparation camps over 2 months was held in Jamshedpur before traveling for these exposure trips. The infrastructural aid provided by the Jamshedpur government. The Indian team trained under the world-class facilities there. And now the Faroe Islands with the throw-in. Just stuck a foot out and puts it out of the danger area. And now a breakaway move for the team in orange. Couple of players. She just got to look towards her right, opting to go a shot. Trying to power past Purnima Kumari, the challenge of Helga Mikkelsen. Number 619 has stood firm for Faroe Islands. India having a slight upper hand in this game. Faroe Islands on the back foot at the first 10 minutes. As Indian side going out, all guns blazing. There was that stray arm involved. The play continues. Ball over the top, just trying to exploit the gap between the Indian defense line, but good tracking back from Purnima Kumari. Just falling off at the right time. And the flag also went up, the offside flag. A free kick for India. We're talking about Linda Combe. Comes into the limelight after bagging the Golden Boot Award in the SAF Championship. The young striker from Manipur. Just getting a start today. And she will look to make the most of it. There is a healthy competition in the team already. Always good to have for any manager when you have multiple players for a particular position. And now India looking for options, looking for outlets near the final third. And Asta Moral provides one by joining in the overlap from the left-hand side. Now the flag goes up against Neha. This Open Nordic competition was held annually since 1975. The expectations, the beginning years in 1981 and 1983, it has been an under-17 event since 2005. The tournament takes place each year in a different Nordic country. Also been held once in West Germany in the year 1980 and once in England. The competition currently rotates annually between the 6 main Nordic nations: Denmark, the Faroe Islands, Iceland and Norway. Cross comes in. Might be a shooting chance. The ball is still bobbing on the edge of the area. Plays it into the feet of Shubhangi Singh. Trying to adjust her feet out. The Faroe Islands midfield holding their positions brilliantly, just denying space to this Indian team, just forcing them to play it quick. No run offered. Couldn't really read the run of the number 9 Bra. Reading her intentions was the Indian left full back Astamurao. The ball just getting stuck under her feet. India almost getting shot in the foot, but is somehow managing to come away with the ball. Chips it into the feet, thread it forward, straight into a white shirt, and that was where Johannesson takes no chance, makes that prompt clearance. But India come again, finding a lot of joy down the left wing. A classic step over, but Jonald was too strong for that challenge. India still having the ball before giving it away to Edna. And now she is taking time on the ball. A misplaced pass, capitalized by the Indian midfield. A spirited display so far in the first quarter by the team in orange. And Shaila and Shubhangi Singh playing the role of destroyer, obstructing those constructive moves that the Faroe Islands are looking to make. The ball retention has been a lot more quicker from this Indian team this evening here. Faroe Islands is struggling to retain control for too long. This is Linda Com on the turn. Frida gets her foot in. Onto the loose pieces. Shaila. Astamurao cutting inside, trying to add another extra body in the middle. Inverted fullback Astam. Now ball from deep. Bringing it down, but only helps the Faroe Island defense. Now they would look to slow down the tempo and string few passes together of their own. That was completely stray from Lisa. A throw in for India. In England have won this competition for maximum number of times, 10. Denmark won it 9 times. Last edition was won by Iceland back in 2018. Faroe Islands have organized the tournament thrice. In fact, in the year 2018, it was organized in the Faroe Islands, where Iceland emerged as the winners by beating Finland by a solitary goal in the final, and now goes on the outside. A chance for a cross, and it comes towards the near post. It was a low one, in fact, and comfortable. But Johannesson. The ball played inside Indian box. No trouble whatsoever for Hempriya. India looking much more organized at the back. Much disciplined. It is that stability in positioning which was missing in the opening 2 games. Let's see for how long they can maintain that throughout the course of this 90 minutes. Looking for a fast start. A quick goal here will settle a few nerves. A very cheap giveaway. And now joining in the attack, Shaila. Shifting it to the left. Neha. Onto her left foot, Neha. Looking to create some space. Look, sharp support coming in. Neatly taken away off her feet by Sondam. Winning that physical tussle is the number 11, Lisa. And now down the line, off goes Edna. Stepping in at the right time, Astamurao. Puts it into touch for a throw-in. This time around with the captain's armband, as you can see, leading her side. And she's been very vocal so far in terms of barking out instructions and organizing her defense. Very flamboyant, the left full back. A throw in comes in. A slight confusion inside the Indian box, but now they can breathe a sigh of relief. Only momentarily though. But Faroe Islands trying to make inroads, no nonsense from the Indian defense. There's the number 17 with the throw in. Just powering past three orange shirts. Pullback is alive. Away from the Indian defense, not very far though. Back in from the number 8. A couple of lucky touches from the team in white, but the last one just a tad too long. Luckily, a goal kick for the Indian team. They got to get the ball out of this zone as quickly as possible. Laying it between the lines. Wonderfully done. Very smart football from India. Despite conceding 8 goals in the opening 2 games, good to see the Indian team not sacrificing their playing outside, despite risks involved. It's very heartening to see. All those smart passes completely breaking those midfield lines. May not be part of the highlight reels, but very easy on the eye. Another corner for India, second of this game for the girls in orange. Can they make something happen of this? Goes right in. Not getting the elevation this time around. Was looking to make room for the shot. Standing tall there. The Faroe Islands defense, the give and go not working out, foiling the plan. There was Soldier tracking back and protecting her right full back. Was trying to outnumber India on the left hand side. And Neha looked very, very promising from the left so far in this opening 21 minutes. She's got the pace to burn. Time and again looking to take on Jonald. It's a high cross just above. Linda Kong, a slight confusion between the centre back and the goalkeeper. And Neha almost making them pay for it. To be very careful, Faroe Islands. Can't take this Indian side for granted. They can punish you. We saw how they pulled one back against Netherlands on the 12th minute mark. They just faltered in defense. And all those gaps they've managed to close down. Working organized unit this evening here. Forgiving weather conditions in Norway. She's been allowed to send in those diagonals, and there's that late entry into the box. Might open up for the Indian team. A last touch coming from and white shirt. Corner number 3 for India. Getting closer and closer. India getting numbers inside the box. Kajal joining in as well. Good height on the corner this time. Almost trying to set it up for Neha. Astamurao recovers the ball just near the halfway area. India looking to regroup. An early ball headed away by Godfred. She is also pretty much into a similar role to that of Shubhangi Singh. She will look to pick up those loose pieces and put them in possession to initiate moves. She is partnered closely by Natalia and Edna. Number 9, Faroe Islands playmaker in this tournament. Here's Edna. She was on the ball, quickly hustled away. India looking for a quick break. She will get another bite at this. A nice strong challenge from Helga Mikkelsen. Intercepted. Just rotating the ball around from right to left. Here comes India again, sent in with good pace, excellent first touch, but the defender just getting closer to the attacker, and that's how you defend. Excellent presence of mind from Frida. A skipper's challenge, brought it down brilliantly. Linda Com at the near post, just closing her down very quickly. A slight shoulder barge was also involved. India's corner again, taken low. Looking for some kind of flick on at the near post. Hopefully that is the idea. That is the plan from this Indian team. And that is what maybe they've practiced time and again in the training pitch. Takes on the first challenge. And now an inviting cross comes in. Opened up shot from distance. A deflection of white shirt. Here it comes once again. And now it's won by Godfred on the edge of the area. And now Faroe Islands can push on using the fast feet of Edna. Excellent turn and pass into space for Edna to run into. Astamurao gets to the ball first. It's been end-to-end action so far. A couple of half chances for this Indian team. Faroe Islands yet to create one of their own. They've driven slightly backwards. They're trying to get on the front foot. It has been pleasing to see from this Indian team while going forward. There are a lot of options and off the ball running. Something which we haven't seen in the last 2 games. There is a player available between the 2 defenders. India going forward as a collective unit, asking for the return, and Astamurao gets it from Neha. Astamurao, one dummy onto a stronger side, lay off for Neha. The first time cross is open, takes a time on the ball and gives it away. And there's that high interception. India cut that one out high inside the Faroe Islands area. That was a weak left footer and no troubles whatsoever for the Faroe Islands goalkeeper. Lots of positives to take from India's performance this evening, especially the first 28 minutes. They haven't buckled under the pressure of playing a big team. The Faroe Islands are highly experienced playing at this competition. It is India's maiden entry into this tournament. It's been a decent show from this young girl so far. Hits one down the line, flicks it round the corner. First time cross was inviting towards the edge of the area. The Faroe Islands defense once again very alert. This time Natalia with a no nonsense clearance. Fourth corner. For this Indian team, Neha in corner duties. Her balls from set pieces has been slightly off the mark so far. Astamorao takes route one, nodded down for Linda. And dropping into midfield berth. Sending in a floater towards the number 9. Clearing the lines in the Faroe Islands defense. Astamorao. Across from Astam, a touch from Nea. She's very much interested. The show was Linda Kong. Gritty in defense, Faroe Islands. There's a through ball. And a couple of orange shirts was covering. Slightly more threatening India compared to the previous two games in the first half. They have nothing to lose here. They're playing with an open frame of mind. They're switching it to the far side. There's been a decent tempo into this game already. But India seeing more of the ball in the first half an hour. The Faroe Islands team just sitting deep and looking to hit India on the counter. And that is very much Pauli Paulson's plan. Just inviting India to come upon them. So that they can throw the kitchen sink at this Indian team by exploiting the gaps behind the defenders. A very sharp turn towards the right edge of the penalty area. Sets up Neha. A touch from a white shirt. It's recovered by Astamorao. Ball sent in. A slight deflection from Linda. India managing to maintain the pressure on Faroe Islands defense, not allowing them to settle down. And now they will try to pour forward. Shubhangi, so far she's been a block for this Faroe Island attackers. Very disciplined. The central midfielder sits between the four-man defense on the halfway line and makes loads of interceptions, wins loose balls. Linda Kong away from the first challenge, almost squeezing between a couple of white shirts. She is brought down illegally and free kick for India from 20 yards out. A promising position to shoot from. A clumsy challenge from Natalia on this occasion. And had to pull her down. And given the fact Linda Kong almost twinkle-toed Soldier and got the better of Frida. And that is what the number 9 offers, brings to the table for this Indian team. She is very much India's target man up top this evening. For a free kick here, Naketa. She excels with those set pieces. And looks like she is interested for this one. Would line this one up from distance, deciding to take a long run up to the number three, Naketa. Maybe something off the training pitch. And opting for a short run up. There's the back lift, goes for the shot! And draws a save off the Faroe Islands keeper. And managing to keep that one on target. And Naketa went low. An excellent goalkeeping as well. Went down just at the right time. And managing to work the goalkeeper though. India's first shot on target in this game. We saw the likes of Amisha Buxla, Martina, very impressive for India in the SAF tournament. India won the ball back, can launch a quick counter from the right this time, offering options inside the box. Linda Cobb brings it down perfectly and looking to resist the challenge. And on the rebound, the shot is straight to the keeper, no pace onto it. The keeper was perfectly placed at her near post. But Linda Cobb brought it down brilliantly, defender on her neck. And then that smart back heel for her strike partner Neha. No power on that shot. The Faroe Island player is down and will be needing a treatment. The Indian team trying to play a passing style of football. Those quick 1-2s, neat little triangles, all those short balls, which was missing in the other two games. And finally, Thomas Deneby getting a chance to play his normal style here against Faroe Islands. They are still looking for that goal that they yearned for. Got to make all those dominance count. Having Lions' share of possession, the Indian team. India in the ascendancy. Faroe Islands will look to hamper that momentum that India is gaining by slowing down the game. Naketa. Sweeping ball out wide. Neha. And almost getting the better of Donald. And there she is. Got down. There was a trailing leg from Neha. Catching her. A free kick for Faroe Islands. Slightly taken by surprise, the Faroe Islands team, by India's positive display. Expecting it to be a very easy game. Team in white, they're taken by surprise by India's aggressive style. It is very difficult to play the team with the same kind of vigor when you know you are not in the reckoning. to play the knockouts or the finals. And as a professional player, you're always put under the spot. And now making moves down the middle. And that was slightly wasteful. Astamurao was striding out of defense. And that was too long for the number 7 to keep it in play. And Neha operating from the left channel. Anita Kumari from the right. And Neetu Linda down the middle. Linda Com. She is up top, and Neha time and again joining Linda Com inside the box whenever there is an attack, playing the role of a second striker with the freedom to drift and dazzle out wide. Naketa looks long and measures this into the feet of Neetu, finding Neha. Neha, she has got John for company. A support driving down the left. It's 2-on-2. Astamurao just tried to lift it over the left full back but didn't quite carry to Anita Kumari. Wide on the far right. Battle for the ball. Comes away on top with the team in white, looking for an attempted through pass. Excellent anticipation from Astamurao. Closing in very quickly, just charging into the body of the attacker. Very industrious play from Astam. There's 5 minutes of regulation time remaining in this half. It's still 0-0 between India and Faroe Islands. You are watching live action on the Indian football team's YouTube page from the Strommen Stadium in Norway. It is India's last game of this tournament before they come back. They played a tournament earlier in Italy last month. Deciding to play against higher ranked teams have certainly helped them, especially to know where they are standing as a team, to figure out their weaknesses, to figure out their strength, on which Thomas Deneby would be working the next 3 months before World Cup. This is Bra. Plays it infield, but only finding an orange shirt. She gives it away with a poor touch. Looking to go direct, Faroe Islands. Easy for Rastamurao. It was almost a giveaway to the number 5, who's got the most number of touches for India in the first half. And energetic performances from her already in this competition. Good pace on that ball. Astamurao once again tried bringing it down. Linda Com. Shot is wide. The keeper also had that covered. Loves it, taking a shot or two from that kind of a distance. Linda Com chasing. Linda Kaum gets the better of the defender. Support arriving inside the box. Somehow managing to put it out of the danger area. The Faroe Islands defense. They're absorbing the pressure towards the dying stages of the first half with only a couple of minutes of regulation time remaining on the clock, and she is offside. Anita Kumari. The flag goes up. Things aren't quite working their way. They've got to find a way out. The Faroe Islands. India looking sharper. Much better side. Almost as if they are cut off a different piece of cloth compared to what we have seen in the last two games. There is a certain pattern which is clearly visible in their gameplay. It's not kick and rush. Just forcing the opposition to come out of their defense. You've got pacey wingers in Anita Kumari and Neha. Linda Com up top. Those trio very quick. Can cause the damage with their pace. Linda Combs. A heavy touch on that occasion. There was a decent pace on the ball as well. Just ricochets off her chest towards the goalkeeper. India got to try and keep things short and simple in the final third. Looking for Linda Com time and again with those high balls. I don't think is a smart idea. Given the fact Linda, she's much dangerous when the ball is at her feet. Not known as an aerial presence. If you try, he keeps looking for her with those long balls inside. It's only going to favor the Faroe Islands defender, who are extremely strong and got the height. In order to bid the physical challenge of Faroe Islands, Thomas Deneby deciding to play Shaila and Shubhangi Singh together. Given the fact she's tall and strong, very calm with the ball as well, not always stays in the right position. And so the referee has blown the whistle for half time. It's 0-0 between India and Faroe Islands here at the Strommen Stadium in Norway. India's last game of this Open Nordic tournament. As both the teams goes in for the lemons break. And so at half time it's India 0, Faroe Islands 0. So these are the first half stats. As you can see, India clearly dominating on the ball. They've taken six shots, three of them on target. Managed to win five corners, but yet to break the deadlock here. Not a single shot registered on target by the Faroe Islands in the first half. Make sure you do not go anywhere. We will join you shortly after this break. So, welcome back to the live coverage of the second half from the Strommen Stadium in Norway. And you are watching the Open Nordic Tournament 2022 and India up against Faroe Islands live on the YouTube channel of the Indian football team. And it is nil-nil at halftime. And India dominated the first half. Linda Com showing traits of a good striker, a great opportunism shown by her inside the 18-yard box. And Shaila, she has been a great inclusion to this lineup. And the first half has been a one-way traffic, but it is goals which matters the most in football, and India are yet to find one so far. As we get ready for the second half action, there's going to be a substitution, I guess. A couple of half chances for India in the first half. Neha and Linda and Naketa with a wonderful free kick from distance, saved by the Faroe Islands goalkeeper. And even Shubhangi with a weak try from 25 yards out. There's a change made by the Indian team as Kajol D'Souza comes on, the number 8. As Thomas Dennis will look to use her height and physique against this very physical Faroe Island side. Shubhangi as well, the number 16, with a weak try from 25 yards out in the first half. Linda's heavy touch spoiling the move once. Now the Faroe Islands will have to rectify their mistakes of the first half and put on a better show in the second. As the referee blows the whistle and we are underway. India, the team in orange, will be operating from the left to right of your screen. And the team in white is Faroe Islands, will be operating from the right to left. An early throw-in for Faroe Islands. Throw-in taken by Edna. Tussle for the ball. Went to ground. Buys that free kick. It's going to be Edna. She's going to be over this free kick and will look to send in a telling ball that can get Faroe Islands their first goal of this game. Good purchase on the free kick. Headed clear. Drops on the edge, chance to shoot. As Faroe Islands looking for space to redeliver the box inside the box. To deliver the ball inside the box, pardon me. Cleared away by the Indian defense. Free kick throw-in goes India's way. Only one change made by Thomas Deneby. Bringing on Kajal, the number 8. In the heart of midfield. Tactical ploy from the Swedish head coach. No changes made by Paulson, the head coach of Faroe Islands. And a cross comes in from the first time clearance. VAR Jonathan was very, very alert. The number 4. Leading the Faroe Islands defense by example this evening against India. And here she is, Kajol, finding Linda Com in space. Attempted cross is blocked, and she will get another go at it. A good strong challenge from Helga Mikkelsen. Throw in taken quickly. Arranging it nicely for Naketa. She has got incredible distance with her long ranges. Not only with her free kicks but also crossing. And those long shots can be very, very handy going forward. for India. Corner comes in, there's the header! Oh, wasn't a million miles away. That header at the near post. And India almost opening their account in this game. That was very, very close from Linda Com. This time the shot is saved by the keeper and she almost spills it into the part of an orange shirt. It's all happening here at the Strømmen Stadium in Norway. That header just missed by a whisker by Linda Com. The closest India have come to scoring in this game. Poor touch in the end from Edna. India quickly capitalizing onto it. They have the ball back. In the center circle, it's Shubhangi, Naketa, Kajal. Beautifully won. And now the door opening up for Faroe Islands. Got in the way is Kajal. Excellent defending from India down there. Just holding the ball for too long and giving it away. Almost inviting the danger upon them. And that is one thing India got to try and avoid by keeping the ball for too long. The defensive third. As Faroe Islands can be ruthless going forward. Now planning for a long throw in. And they would look to utilize the height inside the box. Kind of flick on from the near side. Back tidying up for Faroe Islands. And this could prove to be a lucky deflection for the team in red, team in white. We'll be aware of our surroundings. Somewhere wrong. They're looking to switch wings, finding its mark. She's double teamed. Working the ball out of the tight area with smooth footwork is Edna. Then running into an orange shirt. Naketa clears. It's going to be India's last game in Europe in their preparations for the World Cup. It's going to be a huge tournament for the country, which also hosted the Under 17 Men's World Cup 5 years ago, back in 2017, and it was a massive success. The crowd turned up in numbers day in and day out and made the tournament a grand success. Even though India failed to make beyond the group stages, but there was no dirt in passion and love for the game. With India placed with Brazil in the same group, it is a dream come true for many players in the Indian setup, playing against a strong side like Brazil, an illustrious side like Brazil, who who are known as a strong footballing powerhouse in world football. Chase on from the girls in orange, drags it by line and buys a corner kick. A third corner of the second half for India. Can they knock the door down? The ball delivered. The shot came in as well. It deflected behind for another corner. Successive corner kicks for the Indian team. Nothing comes from them so far. A change in kick taker, and now they got to try and add some variety in the set pieces. This time it's going to be a left footer taking it and looking for in-swing swerve. Here comes the corner towards the near post, punched away by the goalkeeper. And almost spelling danger from that free kick was Shaila. Very strongly taken by the number 6. The keeper had to stretch and palms it out of trouble. And no elevation on the cross this time. Faroe Islands getting clear of the ball. Chips it into no man's land. Kajal had half a yard's advantage over the attacker. And now Naketa. India bringing it out from behind. Sharp turn. Linda Kong looking for support. Here it comes in the form of Shubhangi Singh. Shubhangi very, very wasteful in giving the ball away in that kind of an area. Struggling to recover though. The ball retention and recovery got to be a lot more quicker in those areas in order to launch a quick counter and take your opponents by surprise. If you manage to win the ball high up inside the opposition's area, there is always a chance of quick turnover possession. And down the left, Neha. Looking to turn on the afterburn time and again. She has already been substituted, replaced by Kajal in the second half. That's a wonderful slide rule ball. Just a bit too long for Linda. A great move from India once again. Up through the gears, the team in orange. This time down the middle. They're doing everything right here, the team in orange, apart from finding the back of the net. Now they got to be careful. As Faroe Islands carries it inside the Indian half. Now taking on Kajal. Drags it towards the byline and wonderfully buys the corner. A last touch coming off India's number 20. Our intention was to buy the corner, not to cross the ball inside the box. An excellent presence of mind. There was not much options present inside the box then. This is a short corner. And gets it the return. And it comes, good angle ball inside. The header is straight to Hempriya. The first time she's called into action in this game. Great angle ball in from the left hand side, and the header was on target. Shaila one way, then the other. And now spreading it out wide on the left. There's a couple of orange shirts waiting inside the box. One on the far side as well. In comes the ball. Linda Com is involved. Surrounded by three white shirts. India will look to repair this move though. Kajal loves getting into crossing positions, delivers the ball. I'm not getting the swerve, no pace on it. And puts it out to safety. And the player is lying down injured as well. The referee seeks for medical intervention. She needs immediate treatment. And so Faroe Islands, they're down to 10 players at the moment, having to defend this corner. And can India take the man's advantage? It's going to be that left foot of Astamurao again. Delivers a peach of a ball, and this time it wasn't a peach of a ball. It's gone out of play for a goal kick. Almost with a similar kind of idea to trouble and test the Faroe Islands goalkeeper. This time just not managing to keep that one in play. A bad touch. And onto it is an Indian player. Very weak in the end. And just not releasing the ball at the right time. Now the left full back, Faroe Islands, pushing forward. And she is brought down. Helga Mikkelsen. Free kick for Faroe Islands. It's gonna be Edna on this one. And she is the designated set piece expert of the team. And now they would look to make those heights inside the box count. And the free kick comes in, slight deflection. And runs straight to Hempriya. Now can India throw on a counter? There are plenty of white shirts back behind the ball. 60% of ball possession in their favour. Linda Com tries to turn towards goal and make a graceful run inside the box. And that was not possible with a couple of white shirts around her. The possibilities were very few. Another player lying down injured. And clearly this Indian team deserves something of this game. It's been a super display from the girls in orange. They should come away with at least a point from this game. even though they deserve all three of them. Point won't be a bad result either, away from home. An unfamiliar kind of atmosphere. But these are important lessons to take for these young players, which would really help them in the long run. India looking to press high. There's the ball played forward. Slightly out of position is Astamurao, looking to get back. There is a run being offered down the middle. The decoy run on the right hand side as well. She comes inside, a lucky deflection for Faroe Islands, and there was that guide on from Bra. Just went far ahead of her support soldier on the right hand side. Still about 25 minutes of regulation time remaining in this game. There's gonna be a few added minutes as well. And short passing build up from India, finding each other out wonderfully. And looking to keep it away from the legs of the team in white. Holds it up nicely in the center circle, angles it towards Kajol. India pressing high. Faroe Islands just struggling to come out of their area. Looks like they have conceded a free kick. Naketa once again for India. Another set piece opportunity for the girls in orange. A wonderful atmosphere here in Norway. And Naketa's free kick comes in towards the back post, and somehow it's been cleared. And adding a few yards to it. And looking to spring on a counter. And here comes Faroe Islands. With an all-important foot in for Shaila. A very intelligent player. She's good on the ball. Snatches well. A decent distribution as well. A very crucial player. She's been the backbone of the team. Miss Naketa out of her reach. Runs straight to a Faroe Islands player. On the edge of the area. 4 defenders around her. Still managing to get the shot away. Went for the curler. It was a whimper which never became a roar in the end. Been no submission from India in this game. The Blue Tigers looking to roll out. Very uncharacteristic loose pass from Saija. And that was a harmless area to keep the ball away, which is why her left full back just bailing her out. It will be interesting to see which other players makes a cut into Thomas Denneby's World Cup squad. There's going to be a lot of them in contention, and all the players scouted have got immense potential to make big in the long run. And we wish them all the very best for the upcoming showpiece event. Number 14, Regia Devi Lashram. She's on the pitch in the heart of midfield. Two changes made by Thomas Deneby right at the beginning of the second half. Kajol D'Souza replacing Neha, and Shaija Regia replacing Shaila. That was a shot from about 18 yards out. Could have been a touch in the way from Linda Kong as well. She did exceedingly well to watch the ball till the last minute and try to divert it. Goal bound. The keeper was very, very alert. Kept her composure at the near post. India got to make this half chances count. Beautifully won back. Snaps into a challenge, Kajol. And now sending down the line. There's the cutback into a danger area. Well read there by the Faroe Islands defense. And time and again, Anita Kumari, she is dazzling down the right hand side with her mazy runs. And there she is once again. Good cross this time, straight to the keeper. This time the cross was closer to the goalkeeper. As a tactic from Faroe Islands as she takes the kick on the flanks in the left hand side. But India once again searching for an opening. A bit of a 50-50. The left back wins it and the player is down. The play is stopped and Varshika comes on for India. The third change made by Thomas Deneby. Naketa is replaced. A chance for Thomas Deneby as well to test his bench. He will look to play a few games ahead of the tournament in India as well. And to keep the players in shape, to keep the players match fit. There's still time before World Cup. Almost about 3 months. At the same time, he will look to keep the players fit and fresh ahead of the competition. As we are into the last quarter of this game between India and Faroe Islands. It's still 0-0 at the Strommen Stadium in Norway. You are watching the Open Nordic football tournament live on the YouTube page of the Indian football team. This time getting her header. Linda Combe trying to lob it over the goalkeeper. It was a bright idea, but couldn't quite execute it to perfection. And more of that is required from this Indian team. Does enough to connect to that ball. It was a high cross. An excellent leap from Linda Combe. Just couldn't pull off that lob. Here's the reverse pass. Lisa. She is up against Kajol. One way then the other. A Twinkle Toad. A couple of orange shirts. Pulls them out of equation. Indian defense doing a very decent job this evening here. They hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Space on the right hand side. First time ball in. Trickles out for a goal kick. Number 10, Misha Bhandari, has come on for India. Linda Combe, she's replaced. And that's going to be a foul and free kick in favor of India. 13 minutes of regulation time left in this game. looking to turn, stood her ground wonderfully well. Is Frida selling one dummy in the center circle, cushions it behind quite safely. This is Kajol. Varshika takes the aerial route, searching for Misha Vandari, still stolen away by Gottfried. Natalia, excellent through ball. India falling back desperately, and now from a tight angle chance for a shot. Beautifully shrugged off, using her shoulder barge and muscling her off the ball. A great piece of defending there by India. Just shielding and taking her away from goal. Resilient in defense with this Indian team this evening. Faroe Islands also makes a change. The number 13, Jacobina, comes on. Soldier holding on to the ball, waiting for a support and waiting for the strikers and midfielders to get into their natural positions. She plays more of a fulcrum in the heart of midfield and joins the attack. Helps out the single striker up top. Leah, Faroe Islands, so far she's been devoid of service since she has come on mid late in the first half, replacing Bra, the number 9. Apart from that one header on target, nothing so far in terms of creating chances from the team in white. Once again, the keeper called into action, winning the header there. A throw in for India. Time ticking away. They would look to end this tournament in a high by grabbing full 3 points. Losing that physical battle. In terms of physicality, it becomes difficult for this Indian team to win those 50-50 battles against the European sides. But they got to nullify that in a different way. Just trying to slash a minute off the clock. Just a warning from the ref. This time India outnumbering Edna in midfield and winning the ball. Two orange shirts went to win that header. Varshika, now Kajol, straight onto her is the number 7 Soldier, and now she is on the run. There is a player in white arriving inside the box, no near post run. Perfectly placed. Header from Astamurao. India clear the danger. It's a good looking ball forward. And now this could be a one-on-one chance. And the ball just running away from Bhandari. And ever since she's come on, you can see Anita Kumari now operating in a central role with Misha Bhandari drifting to the right hand side on the wings. Faroe Islands keeping the ball well in the closing stages with about 6 minutes remaining on the clock. This time a shot from distance and Hempriya somehow managing to deal with it. It has gone out for a corner. And first corner for Faroe Islands in this game. India got to get their markings right inside the box. These are very crucial minutes of this game. The ball is delivered into the middle. There's the touch and almost getting that goal. Faroe Islands, a sight-foot attempt, went trickling past the far post. And a big let-off for the Indian team. And almost the opening goal for Faroe Islands. That would have been quite a shocker for the girls in orange. And the ball delivered in the right area. A couple of white shirts were absolutely unmarked. Managing to get the touch. This is Regia. I can't find an orange shirt. One shimmy onto her right. A cross comes in. And a glancing header towards the back post. Cleared by John Hult. And out for a throw-in. India pushing and pushing high. Upping their ante. And they do not want to settle for anything less than 3 points this evening. There is not much time left on the clock. Only 3 minutes of regulation time left. They got to hurry things up. There's a certain desperation from the girls in orange, as you can see. At the same time, they got to maintain the discipline at the back as well. And do not get caught off guard at the back. This is a promising ball. And equally, a promising clearance from Var. Into the channel. Goes off balance. A free kick for India. It is in fact number 14, Regia Devi Lashram. Free kick for India from this far out. Excellent floater. Some kind of goal mouth chaos. Sets up for a shot and it comes. A couple of deflections in the way, taking the sting out of the ball. The ball lost a pace and quite comfortable for the goalkeeper in the end. She was unsighted by the forest of legs ahead of her. Thanks to that luffy deflection from a white shirt. Just a minute remaining on the clock. There's going to be a few additional minutes as well. Here's Jacobina. Pokes it forward. Varshika comes to the rescue for India. This could be the last throw of the dice. Wonderfully going past the challenge, and then the shot is blocked. Brilliant defending from Faroe Islands. Both the teams, in fact, displayed excellent defensive show. Regia Devi Lystrom takes it on the outside but only makes it comfortable for the left full back. She is on the ball once again, left and right. Might be a shooting chance for India. Excellent phase of play from the girls in orange. Fine body swerve from Regia Devi Lystrom. It's 4 minutes added on. This time a foul goes against Regia. India having still about 180 seconds to salvage something of this game. Jacobina losing out on that battle against Regia. India won't be disappointed with a point either from this tournament. Tried her way past a couple of white shirts. That didn't work out. At least they are insisting to play with the ball, and despite some technical difficulties involved. Regia, ever since she's come on, she's very unfazed under pressure. Even from a tight area, she always comes up with a solution. She's got a very strong character in her, with a never, let's say, die spirit. Cleared away comfortably by the Indian defense. Regia now keeps going. Almost takes it to the legs of the left full back. You can see Thomas Deneby up on his feet. He wants a win here. That would do the confidence of this players a world of good. A yellow card to Shubhangi, the first Indian player to go to the referee's book in this game. The only only about last 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Faroe Islands, they will take their time on the ball. They know a draw going to be a decent result for them, given the kind of performance they've put on against this Indian team this evening here at the Stroman Stadium. This is going to be the last throw of the dice from the Blue Tigress. And now she will look to set this one straight inside the penalty area. And goes to the left instead. And the right back has an upper hand there. This could well be the last action of this game. Jacobina. Interesting run down the line. A throw in for India. India looking to end their campaign on a high at the Open Nordic tournament. And so spoils here at the Stroman ground in Norway. And India have had the better scoring chances in this game, especially in the second half. The goalkeeper coming to the rescue twice. Linda Combs' header missed the target. They were pretty solid in defense as well. The team in orange. And in the end, both the teams had to share a point each. And after successive defeats in the opening two games, India finished their campaign with a point on board, finishing by playing out a 0-0 against Faroe Islands in the last game of the competition. These are the match stats. 59-41. The ball possession in India's favour, 10 shots taken, 4 on target. And Faroe Islands have managed to register 2 shots on target in the second half. India winning 9 corners and not being able to make one count. Committing 6 fouls as well, the Indian team. Faroe Islands committing 9 fouls. There is a word from the technical area. There might be a chance for a penalty shootout. And that is what I'm hearing. We'll confirm you shortly. It seems like there's going to be a penalty shootout to decide the winner of this game. It seems like that is quite the norms of this competition. So there's going to be a penalty shootout to decide the winner of this game. It's going to be Faroe Islands who will be taking the first shot. Hempriya It's going to be a challenge for her. A big, big test for the number 22. It's going to be Jacobson. Frida Jacobson, the team's skipper, with the first shot. She is up against the young Hempria. Here goes Jacobson for 1-0. Puts it quite comfortably into the back of the net. And Hempria, she was stranded on her lines. Her feet didn't move. Very calmly placed by the Faroe Island skipper, Frida. And so the first shot quite successfully converted by Faroe Islands. And now it's India's turn. Here's the number 18, Neetu Linda, sends the keeper the wrong way. A wonderfully taken spot kick. So it's 1-1 here at the Stormen ground. Both the teams converting a shot each. They're sending the keeper the wrong way and finding the bottom corner, the number 18. And now it's Edna, the number 8, who will be taking the second shot for Faroe Islands. Hempria, can she pull off a stunning save? And almost did so. Just gone past her left glove. And that was a very nearly moment. And Faroe Islands are very lucky on this occasion. And they converse the second chance as well. It's 2-1 here. The number 21, Varshika, taking this, and her shot is saved by the Faroe Island skipper. Ingrid pulling off a stunning save. No pace on that shot, anticipating the right way. Some momentum for Faroe Islands in the penalty shootout. It's gonna be the number 15 for Faroe Islands taking the third shot. It's Leah. She came on in the second half. And here goes Leah. Slots it. Bottom corner. The keeper did go the right way, but she increased the pace of the ball. A perfect placement from the number 15. It is an area even the best goalkeepers can't get there. Now it's India's turn. Anita Kumari gonna be taking the third shot. Faroe Islands ahead 3-1 in this penalty shootout. Anita Kumari! Oh, that's the element of luck which India needs. Comes off the keeper and then hits the inside of the post and goes in. 3-2 now. And the keeper getting plenty of glove onto it. Pushed it onto the post and then hits the underside and goes into the back of the net. With the fourth shot, it's saved by Hempria. Excellent goalkeeping. This time judging the right way and getting plenty of a body back behind the ball to prevent the ball from going in. A chance for India. to get back on level terms in this penalty shootout. It's gonna be the number 8 will be taking it. It's Kajol D'Souza. Here goes Kajol D'Souza and she misses. No pace on the shot. Another comfortable save. And this is gonna be the last shot for Faroe Islands. And if they score from here, and if they manages to convert this chance, they're gonna win this game against India. The most decisive one in this penalty shootout, and he slots it home. And Faroe Islands wins it against India in penalty shootout by 4-2. It ended 0-0 in 90 minutes. 2 stunning saves from Ingrid in penalty shootout. And Faroe Islands who wins this 4-2 in penalty shootout against India. Another defeat for India then. But they would be extremely happy with the way they've performed in 90 minutes. Once the game moves on to penalty, it's anyone's game. And the celebration continues for Faroe Islands. And so thanks for joining us on the YouTube channel of the Indian football team. And goodbye from the Strømmen Stadium in Norway.